Look at that hole. That's from just 5 minutes of dredging for this thing. Look how much it clears out. So I would definitely recommend the SEAFLO. I mean, look how good of a job it's doing. I've barely been dredging. Just let that clear out a little bit. I'm gonna try to get you a better angle view. Yeah, look how good that thing's running. Suck all this up. All around this tree. I bet there's gonna be great gold in this. So this is my cobble buildup. That's how many rocks I've already built up at the end of my Goldie Box so far. That SEAFLO pump works so much better than the Oasis. I'm telling you, I would highly recommend the SEAFLO pump when you're using this dredge. I could not get better suction out of it. That hole right there, it's already about 10 inches deep, and I've only been working in a couple minutes. So let's watch this thing in action. I would highly recommend the SEAFLO bilge pump, the 3700 GPH bilge pump. This thing works so much better than my Oasis. Now, it could be that my Oasis is just faulty, but I've never had such good suction with this dredge. And I believe that today's clean out is going to be a good clean out. I'm going to show the clean out at the end of this video. But man, I love this thing. It is working so much better for me now. Listen to that. Perfect. Tries to suck up those big cobbles, but I've only got a 2-inch dredge nozzle. But man, this thing is working beautifully. I'm excited to see what the cleanup will be, and I'll post that at the end of this video. I brought my Garrett Super Sluice and my little pan, trying to suck up all around this bedrock and this tree right here. Should have stopped a lot of the gold from going down the creek. There it is running. It is working perfectly. This is the Goldie Box backpack dredge. I'm using a SEAFLO 3700 GPH bilge pump with the Goldie Box backpack dredge. I usually use the Oasis 3700 GPH bilge pump, and it has not performed as good as the SEAFLO. So if I was recommending any pump for the Goldie Box backpack dredge, I would recommend the 3700 GPH SEAFLO bilge pump. I have not had time to solder it to my battery cables, my alligator clips, my 10-foot alligator clips, but I'm using it connected straight to the battery, and it is working perfectly. I've been able to dredge about a 10-inch hole within 10 minutes, and the suction is crazy compared to the 3700 GPH bilge pump I was using, the Oasis. I don't know if maybe my bilge pump, the Oasis, is faulty, but I was never able to get that much cobble at the end of my Goldie Box as fast as I have this time. This seems to be the perfect setup, and I'm having a lot of success out of it, and I'm excited to see what kind of cleanup I'm gonna have today. I got a good bit out of that waterfall on my last video, but I just have a feeling that right here is gonna be so much better. I'm not in a high velocity area. I'm where the water has slowed down a lot. I feel like this log right here has stopped a lot of the gold from going downstream. I'm doing before this log, after the log, and then I noticed that there were some bigger cobbles right here. I've looked all up and down the creek, and mostly it is small cobbles. There's a lot of big cobbles right here, and it's got mica in with the cobbles, and that is where the gold's found on this creek. I've never tried this far upstream, but when I looked for it in the book that I mentioned before, this was more of the highlighted area. Downstream where I was dredging before was not part of it. So I feel like this is going to be more of a place where I could find gold. Now that map was drawn probably 150 to 100 years ago, and I'd imagine that some of that gold has worked its way downstream, and that's why I was finding gold down there. But I feel like the bigger deposits are going to be right here in this stream. And at the end of this video, I will show you the cleanup, and I will do a snuffer dump just like I did on the last video, and we'll see how much gold I get out of it. But yeah, I would recommend the SEAFLO 3700 GPH bilge pump if I was recommending a bilge pump for the Goldie Box backpack dredge. Alright, so the way that I do this when I clean the Goldie Box out, I'll always screw my screw back in after I pull out the hose. Let's screw that in real quick. Then I'll knock all these rocks off. It's got a lot of little stones, in these cracks right here. I'm gonna have to pull them out. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. I usually pull all those out before I start. It's hard to open this up. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So there it is. You can see all those little stones stuck in that crate right there. And that is my concentrates. Most of my gold is found up there in this little trommel-like system that they built. Every time that I clean out, I usually find gold up there. Now there is gold down here, but I always find the bigger flakes down there because that's the nugget trap for it. All of my finds and small stuff end up in there. All right. Pick it up, take it over to the side, take these clips off. Sometimes they're a pain in the to get off. makes it a little harder to get off. Now I do like how they put on these clips, they've got it color-coded orange, so that way if you drop them, you can find them, and they send you an extra set of these. So I always pull this apart. It can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Now I'll tilt it up like that. None of my concentrates fall out the back. Take this out of there. And I'll pull this thing out right here. Now I'll just set this down right here, the front piece of it. I always get this part first because it's got the most gold in it. It's kind of hard to clean this thing out. Set that over there. Take that there. Just knock it off. Okay. And then this is the hard part right here. Let me go get my little pan and I'll show you how I usually do it. Take the Goldie Box, set it up, wash it out in there. All right. Still some in there. So always hold my hand over this hole, some water in it. Do it a couple times until it's cleaned out in there. Alright, set that down. Now I'm gonna get my nugget trap. That little part right there's got some concentrates in it. So just stick it in the pan. Then I'll open this up. We'll bring you down here with me. Alright. Now, pull these plugs out, put them over there. They also color coded those with orange, which is nice because you don't lose them. I can already see some mica in my concentrate, so that's a good sign. Just do it like that. Okay. Now, always put in these holes so it cleans the inside out. Put the pan right there. Start pushing the water through. And that's it. These cobbles right here I'll clean out in a minute. There's no gold in it, so I'm just going to leave it right there. Alrighty. Nice little chunky gold. It's really small. It's all through there. I even got some down here in the bottom of the pan. It's even floating there. That's a good example of gold floating. Gold will float. I usually like to use jet dry so that that doesn't happen, but that is absolutely gold right there floating on top of the water. That's why I pan into a pan, but that's it. Pretty good cleanup.